You don't usually think you're going to hear from people who are multimillionaires living in a house that looks like it could have been the home of the Medicis in Mediterranean Renaissance era Italy. But nonetheless, here we are. We are looking at Harry and Meghan, and they are just so upset. In fact, after not really producing any good or service for the public, but still being incredibly wealthy and being quite famous in the bargain too, they want to tell everybody about how sad they are. Now look, I got to tell you, I thought we fought a war over 200 years ago so we could quite honestly never give a crap about the royal family again. But here's how I'm going to make this matter for you, for me, for all of us right now who are still sane in this country. This is yet another example of the victimology mindset that has overtaken the entirety of the American left, most of, if not all of pop culture at this point. And we should start to understand it's not just here in the US, it's also in the UK. It's really much of the Western world now. If you can establish yourself as a victim, if you can create the perception of yourself as a person who is oppressed, there are all kinds of things that come along with that are benefits, right? First of all, you're exempted from any bad decisions. Any disappointments you've had in your life? Any times where you've perhaps treated people poorly or made the wrong decision or been undisciplined, made the wrong choice, whatever it may be. Wasn't your fault. You're a victim. Other people push you into that. Other people are the reason for the shortcomings or the failures that you may have experienced, that we all experience, by the way. But if you're a victim, it's not on you. You get to blame other people. That's a very seductive mindset, isn't it? Oh, but it gets better than that. If you're a victim, you also get to make demands based upon the moral compulsion that you're insisting other people are now obligated to engage in. They can make demands of you. You get stuff now because it has to be made right. You've been victimized. You need to be given things. It's only fair. It's only right. But did anyone actually do something to you? No, it's the system, you see. It's this broad, amorphous, but omnipresent and overly powerful system that determines every aspect of the victim's life. They can't tell you specifically what the one incident is, but they know that people should feel sorry for them, people should be supportive of them, and ultimately people should give them stuff and do what they say, not criticize them. This is why victimology is an incredibly powerful mindset that brings with it a whole lot of upside, a lot of benefits for people. Bad for society, rooted in narcissism and falsehood, but powerful nonetheless. Here we have the first place you want to go in America today, or in the UK, I suppose, if you want to claim victimhood status, find a narrative that ties into racism and white supremacy. And Meghan Markle, married into the royal family, was a third-tier actress nobody had ever heard of before. Now she's a global celebrity with millions and millions of dollars, living in a giant mansion. It's all so hard. The only way she can really start to convince you of that is to say, well, I mean, there was some racism. Play it.
You certainly must have had some conversations with Harry about it and have your own suspicions as to why they didn't want to make Archie a prince. What are those thoughts?
In those months when I was pregnant, all around this same time, so we have in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
Really? Meghan Markle herself is the daughter of somebody who is half black, and so she is a quarter black, and so she's saying that the royal family was concerned about the skin color of her. Really? But there was a big question about that? That was a big problem? I mean, I wasn't there, you weren't there, we don't know, but all of a sudden, guess what? She's a victim. Look at that. All of a sudden, being a millionaire, celebrity, celebrated, front page of the newspapers, everything all the time. Now, you might say, I don't care about the British royal family, Buck, and to which point you'd say, yeah, or I would say, yeah, I get that. I don't really either, but you see, this is indicative. Whether it's Hillary Clinton saying that she lost the 2016 election because she's a woman, not because she's corrupt and shrill and unlikable, because she's a woman. Or when you have globally famous multimillionaire athletes. LeBron James comes to mind, a superstar. I mean, one of the most fortunate people on the planet, who's complaining about how, as he said, quote, black men in America are being literally hunted every time they leave their homes, by the police, mind you. They create a victim status for themselves because this is now, it's like a psychological plague that has descended across all of Western civilization. People want to be victims because it means you get all this upside and you're not held for any of the downside. Hey Team Buck, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked the video, click that little thumbs up button. And if you want to see more great content from the first, please click subscribe.